Tonight, Fox 4 Investigates dedicates a series of reports to our ongoing commitment to cover the state of white supremacy, anti-Semitism, and extremism in the Sunshine State.
We had a lock over here, a stone was thrown at it.
After a Cape Coral Jewish center was attacked as Saturday services were ending, became one of the most recent examples in the rise of hate.
Specific action needs to be taken.
Fox 4 Investigates examines social media links to what anti-hate experts say is leading Florida's anti-Semitism explosion.
The terrorists themselves had Facebook page.
And it doesn't stop with our Jewish community. Our homeless communities are also being attacked. Tonight, the search for solutions continues as Fox 4 investigates the state of hate. It was a normal Saturday inside Cape Coral's Chabad Jewish Center back on March 11th. As services ended, Rabbi Yossi Lepkowski and the 8 others with him heard a noise.
He's just picking up the stones and just throwing it out the door.
Police say those stones were bricks, leaving behind a trail of damage before they say the suspect drove off.
But still no arrests.
Right.
Yeah. Concerns?
A little bit that the person is still out there.
The rabbi concerned, but no less committed to his faith.
And will continue to serve God.
When I spoke with him 2 weeks ago, 1 month after the attack, and then last Friday,
Cape Coral Police Department made an arrest.
Police announced 51-year-old Marin Mark Raymond's arrest after what the chief called a complex 41-day investigation.
It shook the confidence in the core of our community. This isn't something that happens in Cape Coral, but we can't say that anymore.
Investigators say Raymond told them he worked for the CIA, believing Jewish people were conspiring with the government to stop medical marijuana.
It's stunning to me when you see kind of how brazen many of these crimes can be.
Anti-Semitism is as old as the Jewish people.
Overall, nationally, a new American Jewish Committee survey finds 41% of American Jewish people say they feel less secure compared to a year ago. That's a 10% increase from the year before. The most recent FBI numbers show while nationally there were about 3,000 more hate crimes year to year, or a 12% increase, those involving Jewish people increased by 20%. Florida was above the national trend, according to the Attorney General's office, with a 16.5% increase in hate crimes.
Work more closely together to get rid of whatever the anti-Semitism and hate kinds of things are.
After Jewish Federation of Greater Naples President and CEO Jeffrey Feld says he's personally seen the rise of anti-Semitism impacting himself and others in his community, he calls his relationship and communication with the sheriff's office critical.
It's paramount to the success of thwarting hate and thwarting those kinds of things.
A key piece of this is what's happening online, where more than 2/3 of Jewish people told the AJC they'd experienced anti-Semitism. 85% of 18 to 29-year-olds say they've seen it on social media.
Where they can easily spread their ideology that way and find connection. Does that concern you?
Social media today certainly complicates it and makes the hate much more readily available.
Just horrific.
The American Jewish Committee's regional director, Brian Lipton, says his group is calling for a broad-based approach to fight anti-Semitism, including increased corporation training, more security at Jewish venues, and a national anti-Semitism strategy. But he tells me more work needs to be done.
One thing to say anti-Semitism or hate is a bad thing. It's another to know what to do.
There was hate, there was anti-Semitism, there was terrorism before social media. It existed then, it exists now, it's going to exist in the future, and we need to do everything we can to stop it.
The more we educate our children, the more we educate our friends, the more we educate others, we'll see that there's no room for hate, there's no reason for hate, there's no reason for this anti-Semitism.
The AJC found 40% of American Jewish people have changed their behavior and stopped going to some Jewish functions because they don't feel safe. Now, the common thread in our series of stories continues to be social media, and that is where our investigation heads next.